let's read some Christmas-themed books this week. Welcome to this House of Walls. My name is Ashley, and here I love to share all things secular homeschooling, books, and everything in between. This week is going to be a really fun Christmas-themed reading vlog. I shared books that I wanted to read for the month of December, and a lot of them are going to be Christmassy books. And then a massive, dark romantasy? I guess that's what it's classified as, but that is not going to be in this vlog. As of right now, it is December 1st, and I'm ready for some Christmassy books. Now, one of these books I do have to have read relatively quickly because I'm going to have book club for it this week. Yikes. So let's talk about what I'm going to be reading this week. The first is The Christmas Murder Game by Alexandra Benedict. So this is the one that I do have to have done by Wednesday, and today is Monday. Charlie, I think he's trying to get the fish. There you are. Hi. Are you being a stinker? Okay. This one I had to have done by Wednesday. Luckily, it is a shorter book, and I am planning to get the audio of this and just put my headphones on and knock out this book by, tonight and as much as I can tomorrow and Wednesday before book club that night. So this is 12 clues, 12 keys, 12 days of Christmas, but how many will die before the 12th night? So there is a family house called the Endgame House, and every year the family plays a Christmas game in this house. This one has higher stakes because the winner of this game this year wins the house. We're following Lily, who is estranged from her family, has no intentions of ever coming back to this house, but she hears from her aunt that she could win the house and all of the deep, dark secrets that are tied into this house. So Lily decides to take the risk and come back and play this game with her cousins, and apparently things happen. So I'm really excited to pick this one up because of a couple things. It has a map like the game Clue, which is always fun, and it also has a family tree, which I just think is a lot of fun. Ooh, there's also an explanation about the game, and then it goes right into it. So I'm really excited to read this and have it done before book club. And then what is Christmas reading without some rom-coms? So I'm going to be picking up Love Light Farms by B.K. Borison. This is two best friends, fake dating. I'm excited. So we're following Stella, and she owns Love Light Farms, and it is a rundown Christmas tree farm. She wants to try to save it, but in order to do that, she enters into a competition. She's hoping that with publicity and the cash prize, she will be able to save this Christmas tree farm. In order to make it more appealing to people, she says that she and her boyfriend run this farm, so it makes it a nice, cozy, romantic place for couples to come visit. She doesn't have a boyfriend, so her best friend Luca decides to join in on this act of fake dating, and the story will go from there. I am here for it. That sounds fun. I am going to be physically reading this one. I have not been physically reading books lately. My head just hasn't been in that space. But I figure a Christmas rom-com, I'm going to be able to. So I will be physically reading this one throughout the week, but really in the beginning of the week, focusing on this one. So we'll see. I was planning on tandem reading them. I might heavily focus on this one and then pick up this one, though. We'll see what happens. But other than that, it is Monday, so we have done schoolwork this morning and we are about to get back to it. Also, this afternoon when we are done with schoolwork, I want to take my kids over to our local city center. They did a Christmas tree lighting this weekend and we weren't able to make it. But we would like to go see the tree, maybe walk around, and just kind of enjoy the festive season. So that is that plan. I did also on my Instagram just open my advent calendars. Now I have locked down my Instagram, unfortunately. I don't want to put in the effort on Instagram. Like, I want to just share whatever I want. Sometimes my kids, sometimes not. So it's not open to everybody. I am also in the process of like getting rid of just kind of people who maybe from here were following me on Instagram. I want it to be just like a page with connections. Anyways, I do a Christmas Advent unboxing. When I did it last year, it was a lot of fun, and so I just posted the unboxing for that. So let me show you what the calendars are this year. Now, to be fair, one of them is not a calendar, and I didn't realize it until it showed up here like 5 minutes before I unboxed it. And I don't care, I'm gonna do it anyways. So the first one that I have is a Christmas candle thing. I love lighting candles and just having them go. This one is only 12 days, so every other day I will open it. I had a couple like that last year. It's hard to get out. All right, but this one was pumpkin. It does smell really good. I know, we're moving into Christmas scents now, but I do love a good pumpkin scent. So I'm gonna light this one while you're doing some afternoon school and enjoy that. Then this is the one where it is not an advent calendar, and I didn't realize. And it does have 15 packs. Whatever, I'm just gonna open them kind of as is. Maybe, I don't know, maybe like every Monday I can open one. If I'm not opening, I don't know. I'll figure it out as I go throughout the month. But I really wanted these cute little succulents. So that's just what I'm going to do. What I did when I was opening, I just pulled from the top. And so that's what I'm going to continue to do. So here it is. I am going to put it together here in a little bit. And I'll share what it looks like. And then the last one, which is an advent calendar, and I do open it every day of the month. It's a puzzle. I'm so excited for this. So every day I get a little box just like this, and I put it together. I explained on my Instagram, we have a puzzle table and we love it, but it does currently have a puzzle, and I would like to be able to do other Christmas puzzles throughout the month. So I'm not sure where I'm going to do this. I was thinking maybe our kitchen table. I think it will fit on our kitchen table. It's 27 by 19, and I think it will work. And then I can just put something over the top of it so like cats don't mess with it throughout the month. But I'm really excited to do that. So this was the first box. So I will share what these look like as I finish them and give some reading updates. All right, I have just started this evening. I am, 40 something pages in. Almost 50 pages in, chapter 7. So it has definitely been like setting up the characters, getting to know the main character Lily and her aunt, who in her death has put together this murder game. And so now all these cousins are coming, and they have to spend 12 days here at this house solving these riddles, where hi Charlie, in the past it would lead to Christmas gifts, but now it is for the house. So I am intrigued. I definitely want to see what happens and get to know a little bit more about what happened in the past and keep going. God, Charlie. I did pick this up on Hoopla. It's not audio. It is just like the ebook of it. And so that's how I've read the first 50 pages. And I do like it like that. Charlie, oh my gosh. So I am going to keep reading it that way. And I don't know, maybe pick it up and read it like this, but also I can make the font really big on my phone and read it that way. So before bed, I'm going to sit here and read some more of it. Okay. Is it a reading vlog without me putting makeup on? Probably not. So here we are. I have a reading update. So I did not pick up the camera to update yesterday as I was reading, but I was filming a lot of other videos. I have a little over 70 pages left, so I wanted to give a really good reading update because then I will be finishing it and I have book club tonight. So let's start putting on some makeup and talk about this book. All right, am I enjoying this book? Parts of it, yes. I do think that it is slow a lot of the time. You know, it's under 300 pages, and the fact that it takes place over 12 days, I would have thought it would have been moving a lot faster than this. It's a lot of like dealing with feelings and old conflicts between all of these cousins. And I think a lot of that makes it hard is that all of these people are related. And yes, there have been some deaths. And I think that makes it even more difficult because all of these cousins already have all kinds of drama and baggage, and they have all suffered from deaths before in their family, like immediate family. And then more deaths are happening on top of it. So it's interesting. I do question like how it's going to wrap up so quickly because I think we're still on like day 6. So I don't even know if they get to the full 12 days before they are able to get out of there. There, of course, is a huge snowstorm, and so they are trapped right now. But are they able to get out? And then what happens? Because if they leave the house, then they forfeit winning. But also, people have died. So, you know, like, that's not as important anymore, but they're still playing the game as they are all stuck in the house. I do think that the main character is a little interesting. I think that maybe the author tried to put too much in the character. Like, in the very beginning, it is mentioned that she has, and I can't remember what it's called, but where you don't recognize people's faces. But then it hasn't been mentioned since because, you know, then it's closed door. Like, you're not meeting other people and you're there with your cousins who you grew up with anyways. So I don't think that needed to be a part of the story. And there's just like other things about the main character. Obviously, she has had major trauma in her life. She was the one who found her mother after she had been killed when she was a child. So that was never, you know, like dealt with. Those emotions, she just kind of bottled them up and didn't have like the support that she needed to deal with those emotions. So I am going to continue reading and finish it hopefully like during lunchtime because then, like I said, I do have book club tonight, so I gotta get moving. I am still reading it ebook on my phone. Luckily I have a huge phone, and so it's kind of pleasant to sit there and read it. I used to read ebooks on my phone all the time when I was reading like complete garbage books that were basically like free on Kindle. Not even like Kindle Unlimited, like just Kindle. They were free. That's how I would read them. So it's kind of nice doing that again. So as soon as I am done with this book, I will be pulling out the other Christmas book, and that one I think I'm gonna get the audio for. But again, it's been kind of nice just reading a book, so I'm not exactly sure yet. I'm gonna have to wait and see how I feel after this book. Alright, I'm going to finish putting myself together, show you the end result, and then move on with the day. Alright, here we are. Nice easy makeup for today. Put my glasses back on. Alright, I will be back later with an update about the ending of this book and my final thoughts. I mean, right now I'm thinking it's going to be like a 3.5. It is serving its purpose. I just wish the pacing was a little bit better, but we'll see how I like the ending. Okay, the lighting in here is atrocious, but I don't care. I'm going to film. So I did end up finishing this. with just a little bit of time to spare before book club, I just was having a really hard time getting through the ending. I did end up giving it 3 stars, and it was predictable. It was long-winded at times, and then I felt like the end was just like rushed through. Like over half the book, well, not even. Like 3/4 of the book were like 6 days of the 12 days. And then obviously, like, there aren't that many people left, but then it just kind of rushed through the end, which is fine because I still struggled with it. I will update after book club with what everybody thought of it, but it was a 3. You know, it was kind of a letdown, but that's okay. I will say, though, that this is my 100th book of the year, which is really cool. I wish it had been a better book, but here we are, 100 books down. I will take it. Okay, I am getting ready to go to co-op today. It is going to be a great co-op day. I am subbing in one of the classes, and so we're going to have a lot of fun. Charlie, I swear to God. Okay. I went to book club last night. It was fantastic. It was a great discussion. I will say that this book was a great book club book because we were able to really talk about it and we had a lot of things to say. I think overall they enjoyed the book. It was exactly what they were wanting from like a December book. Easy to follow, quick read. But you know, once we like got into like book club talk and breaking it down, obviously we had to be like, and we can't think logically about this book. Like, we just need to just go along with the ride, which is why I rated it 3 stars. There were some major things in this book that just the plot, the writing, the things that were happening to these cousins, between these cousins, all of it. I got some problems with it, but it was a good book club pick. So before I go, I want to show this. I am trying another book box. I have kind of been having some issues with book of the month this past, I don't know, maybe like 6 months. They're just not totally getting it for me anymore right now. Anyways, I also have some aardvark books. Aardvark I get sporadically. I check out what books they have every month, and I think I have skipped more months this year than actually got books. But it's nice to have it as an option because I have gotten some books from them. This is a new book box. I think that it is owned by Book of the Month, but it is called Allurial. And I just heard about this from Angie over on Book Mama. I love her channel and her content. Her reading challenge that she has on Discord, it's always so much fun. So she mentioned this, and it is a romantasy book club. It is brand new this year, and so I wanted to check it out. So let's open it and see what I got. Maybe I'll turn the camera around so that you can actually see. All right, so I did open this last night because I was so excited, but then I was like, yeah, I want to show this. All right, so super cute box. Look at that. I love that. This month, I was able to get a hat. Oh my gosh. So they had like 3 different options to pick from, and of course I chose Morally Grey. I love Morally Grey characters. It also came with this really cool bookmark, which goes along with the book that I picked. And we got a bunch of really cool stickers. So I love that. And then this was my pick for the month. It is The Wolf King by Lauren Palfreyman. Hopefully I got that right. So they have 3 different romantasy books. And they go from, you know, kind of cleaner, let's say that, to spicy. I picked the spicy. I thought that this one sounded the most fun. All of them have sprayed edges. Look how cool that is. So I am really excited about this one. I don't even remember what it's about. Ooh. When war erupts between humans and werewolves, a princess finds herself torn between duty and desire. Okay. Ooh, cute. All right, so I am really excited about this. I also, yeah, the pages are like super white. I don't think it totally shows up on here, but they're like really white. Anyways, really excited about trying out this new book box. So, there we are. All right, I'm going to go finish getting ready for co-op. All right, it is a new day. I have just made a nice cup of coffee and I have come back to the schoolroom to start some planning for today. So I thought I would do a little chat, sorry, putting my coffee down, about the book that I started yesterday, which is Love Light Farms. So I was able to make it to chapter 11, which is on page 117. So I am like over a third of the way through this book. And I think overall I'm enjoying it. I think that the kind of premise of why this Christmas tree farm isn't doing well is kind of, like it's not the best premise ever. Hey, Charlie. But overall, I'm kind of enjoying it. I'm liking the, like small town. Everybody is invested in this fake dating they are having to do so that this influencer will come and stay there and help get word out about this farm and everything like that. There's also stuff like something keeps happening on the farm and she's not taking it seriously enough, things like that. Like it's a Christmas romance book. I think I just need to like get that into my brain. But overall, I am enjoying it. I'm liking the kind of chemistry that's happening between these two characters that they don't know the other is feeling. And I think that's I have a hard time a little bit with like fake dating or like friends to dating, that kind of stuff. Because it comes down to miscommunication. And I am not a fan of the miscommunication trope. That's okay. I think overall I am enjoying this. And it is a cold and rainy day today. So I am planning, I do have to do school with my kids, and I desperately need to get some groceries. I just cannot get my brain wrapped around figuring out groceries. I don't know why. I'm just really struggling with it right now. But it has become desperate. Like, we desperately need some groceries. So I'm going to have to make that happen. But it is cold and rainy. The rest of the state is like getting snow and we just are getting rain. So I am hoping that this afternoon and this evening I will be able to curl up and get a lot of this book done. It's an easy book to listen to. I don't know if I said I was listening to it. I can't remember. But I did find the audio on Hoopla, so totally free. I didn't have to wait in line like Libby, so I decided to listen to it. On that note, I'm gonna go drink some coffee and plan out our day because I think on Wednesday, like, I just kind of dropped everything and ran. And so I gotta get back to it. We're gonna finish this week out and then have a nice restful weekend. I am back. It has been a while since I have picked up the camera. I have long since finished the second book that I was reading. I just kind of lost steam with this vlog, but I have like the majority of it ready to go. Let's film the ending quickly. And let's start with doing some Advent stuff. So I'm gonna set you up and let's do Advents and then talk about the ending of the book. Look, did I just film an unboxing of my Advent stuff and forget to press play? Yes, I did. That's just how it's gonna go. All right, you can see some of my Advent calendar, the puzzle one. It's been a lot of fun to do. I am 2 days behind, so I got boxes 11 and 12. Yes, I am like filming it in the morning and I'm posting it as soon as I can get the vlog finished and ready to go and it uploads. So these are the 2 puzzles. I am also behind on my succulent, so I got one of those. And then my candle that I was also behind on is Mediterranean Fig, which smells really nice. I think it will be a nice scent to have like right after Christmas, and I'm kind of over the like Christmas scents, so that's nice to have. All right, I am gonna take a sip of coffee and then let's talk books while I try to multitask and put a puzzle together. We'll see how this goes. And I know that the lighting is horrible right now. I have a light right over me and windows over to the side and nothing on this side. But, you know, we're gonna go with it and we're just gonna make it work. Our first puzzle box, which is a jolly looking Santa. And then we will talk about the second book that I was reading, which is Love Light Farms. So I did end up finishing this, and I gave it 3.5 stars. You know, it's a Christmas rom-com. So I think that the biggest kind of complaint that I have is the kind of problems that the main character, Stella, was having. Was kind of, you know, it was brought on by herself. And she really, like, you know, she was having stuff done to her farm, but she wasn't taking any of it seriously. She really needed help, and luckily, you know, like, everyone stepped in and was super helpful. I will say also, I really liked the main character of Luca. I think that he was amazing. I think he's, like, just a really sweet guy. And gosh, I wish that they had realized their feelings for each other a long time ago. They both kind of have, you know, some kind of trauma behind their story, but they're able to kind of talk it out, work it out with each other, and they really are like best friends before this, you know, like, it was nice. There's a little bit of like fallout, of course there is, but overall it doesn't last for very long. You know, it was 3.5, which for a Christmas rom-com that kind of checks out. So overall, this vlog was fun to film. It was all me that I just lost steam at the end, and I totally didn't mean to, because I did have fun filming this. I was a little worried that I wouldn't have like enough content to go along with all of it, but I started editing it and I do. So I'm really glad that I am picking the camera up now to finish this and put this video out there, because yeah, I enjoyed this. Am I enjoy puzzling while talking at the same time? That is another story, but I am getting some pieces done. All right, so I'm going to keep puzzling, but overall, it was not like the world's most successful reading vlog. I had a 3-star book and a 3.5-star book. You know, but that just kind of happens sometimes. I do have the next 2 in the Love Light series, so I am going to read it. There's definitely characters like around the town and on the farm that are being set up for, you know, they could have their own little romance story. So I definitely want to continue on and see. I think that the next one is like a spring one, and maybe like there's a summer, or it's summer and fall. It might be a summer and fall one. So in the summer, I will pick up the next one. I love a good kind of themed reading along with like whatever season or holidays are happening. So that one will be good. And then, yeah, this is it. Thanks for following along. Sorry I kind of dropped off at the end, but you know, it happens. And we're going to keep going. I do have more Vlogmas videos that are going to be coming. I am overall having a lot of fun doing Vlogmas. It's just this past week got a little crazy and got away from me. Cats, don't fight. Hey! Stop it. It's never a dull moment. On that note, don't forget to like and subscribe down below, and I will be back for more videos soon.